Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here again. We have another Speed Duel tryout, and this is another one. It's like crazy cool, crazy fun, and there is so much potential for this. But I think this one would work way better as a skill card. So let me explain it. The way Solidarity works is if you have an original printed type of monster in the graveyard, any face-up monsters you control with the same type will gain 800 attack. Generally played, this effect stacks the more copies of Solidarity you have. So playing a tech single type really benefits you. And there's a reason they put printed type of monster in the graveyard, and that's for cards like Zombie World. Zombie World will actually actively influence the typing as far as the graveyard, not just the field. So just be aware of that. But this would work amazing as a skill card rather than being a continuous spell card. And again, as a skill card, we could put this on a ban list. We could add this to like the 2-ofs or the 3-ofs. It's not that important. It's kind of like the skill I'm just going to attack. This skill is so good because of the second effect. And it's because you can do it every turn, and you can always negate that trap, and you can always set it back face down, and your opponent only has the option of what, like having 3 at max. But with the Solidarity, you are forced into playing essentially a single creature type. And again, as soon as you have a secondary written type in your discard pile, then the effect no longer works. So again, as a skill, you could just say like, starts the game, starts at the beginning of the duel, face up in a spell trap zone. It is very targetable. Okay, there are a ton of things that can happen to it, which is again why I don't mind it being just at just generically 3. Like you could do that for like one season, but I do think it would eventually find its way to the same 3-ofs list as I'm just going to attack. Because again, it is pretty good. And if you start talking about good beatdown decks, well, between Lojin, not Vorse Raider, but Arcfiend Soldier, you have 2 very top tier fiends that are already in Speed Duel. And it's not hard to build a tech fiend. And when you're already talking about a 19 and an 18 and then giving them an extra 800 before, using any type of equipped card or field spell or anything, you're talking about them already being stronger than Dark Magician, okay? Which is going to make them some of the strongest main deck monsters in the game for Speed Duel. So again, you got to understand, like, it can't be a spell card. If it's a spell card, you're going to have to limit it to 1 of. But if you make it a skill, you can only play 1. And if you can only play 1, it becomes just immediately way more fair. You get this cool art. And then just all the crazy decks get fun. Like, all the Ojamas get fun just immediately. All of the Elemental Hero Warrior builds get really fun, like, immediately. And then the brilliance behind that is you can no longer use the Heroes Unite Fusion. You then have to start digging into using polymerization and stuff, which, again, makes the deck play different. They can't just play a bunch of fusion substitutions, one lead monster, where I either go with my Avion or I go with my my Sparkman, and I either just play like Tech Sparkman, Tech Wingman, whatever. Like, you actually had to put a little bit more thought in behind the deck, and you might start seeing people use Necroshade the way Necroshade is meant to be played in order to get a Blade Edge normal summon. And then that Blade Edge normal summon, he's already looking at like 2,600 natural. But since you no-tributed into a +8, you're talking about 3,400. So like he's unnaturally large, which again just makes the game really, really fun. And that's what Speed Duel's about, guys. It's about the fun. So I don't know if there was a better way to start off the Saturday than putting up the Solidarity for you guys to see. But I do want to make the argument that this could totally be in like a GX set. This could just be like a generic Duelist skill as well. Let me check my pile here of skills and see if I actually have one. Because it was like, David. There he is. So like he's like a generic guy from, what was it called again? Duel Links. So maybe we get the Dueling Vagabond and give him that, and we allow him to make his cross appearance into the physical game. and then give him like one of those overpowered skills where his deck was always OP anyway. And then you just put generically one of these other characters, or you make a character just for this so that we can have this and we can enjoy it. So it'll be, David on one side and his solidarity skill on the other. And then you just call it whatever you want to call it and make it amazing. So, like, Konami, do it. Make it happen. Let the fans enjoy the plays. And again, since it's a skill, you can only run one copy of it anyway. It makes it supremely fair. So guys, that is my tryout this time. I do think this one works best as a skill card. You guys let me know down in the comment section below if you liked this, if you've got any other suggestions, if you want to support us. While you're doing the comments, maybe give us a like and a subscription if we've earned it. You can always help us buy more sleeves and or cards by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link. That's down below too if you like. Don't feel pressured to do it though, okay? The content here is free, always has been, always will be, okay? That said, I want you guys to go out. I want you to enjoy part of your Saturday, and I say part of it because I'm not done with the videos today. I've got some more love to show you guys, and I want you guys to come back, and I want you to see that video too. So come back for that one, but definitely have a good morning up until that point. Watch that video, then have an excellent day for the rest of the day, okay? All right, till then, see ya.